Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Lachlan here in Mrs. Castaneda and Mrs. Triola's classroom, and I am here today to give you a lesson on cards and counters. Many of you know this work already. This is just a review, and it actually helps your parents to see the work that you're doing at home aligns with the work that we're doing here in the classroom. So many of you received the numerals, which we will be calling our cards today, of papers for you to cut out those numerals. And so you'll have rectangular slips with all the numbers. I believe it's 1 through 10 or 1 through 9. And then you also received a bag of beans. And those bag of beans should consist of at least 55 counters. So you'll be using those as your counters today. So what we're doing is, this is the work called Cards and Counters, and we are going to start by putting the numeral out first, and obviously our first numeral is 1. So when we work on our mats, if we work on our tables, we always work from left to right, and the purpose of this is it's preparation for reading. And so all the work that we do in the classroom, whether it's in language or it's in cultural studies or in sensorial work, we do a lot of pairing, and we do a lot of mat work and table work. Your children can choose with this work because it is a bigger work. It's 1 through 9 or 1 through 10. They can do this on the floor. If you have a nice rug that you can roll out and they can use it as their workspace, they're comfortable with that because that's something that we do in the classroom. So let's go ahead and get started. So I've already laid out the number 1, and I'm going to take a unit. Yours will be a bean. 1. 2. 1, 2. 3. 1, 2, 3. Notice that my third unit is right below my first unit. Make sure that when you're doing your beans, you're doing the same thing, because this is important for a later lesson that we do with cards and counters. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What comes next? Let's write 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to stop there because I think you've got exactly how this needs to go to continue on through your 9 or 10. But what I want to show you now is that, as you saw, math is very neat and very orderly. God created math very orderly and beautiful. And so we want to show that in the work that we do. And so you'll notice that when I am laying down my counters, they're from left to right and from top to bottom. They're aligned in rows, is what we like to call them. And they're also in pairings. And so pairings is an important work that we do in all of our areas in the classroom. But the reason that we do this for our cards and counters is because the next lesson, after they have become successful in working through their cards and counters of 1 through 9 or 1 through 10, then we teach the lesson on odds and evens. So here I go. Odd, even, odd, even. Notice with my even, I'm always crossing 2. With my odd, I'm going down and around to show the difference between odd and even. Ready? Odd, and so forth. So that would be the next lesson that would be given after they are working successfully in the cards and